Heroes coming in. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Break Room. It's our daily live show that keeps you updated on all the nerdy news you need to know. Right here, live from our very own Break Room. Tommy getting the guns out. Come on. Hey. Hello. Yeah, we're here in our break room where we normally have breaks and eat snacks and drink soda pops, but not now. Not today. Not during this hour because it's time for the break room. And coming up on the show today, Lord of the Rings, the 2 episodes at once. That was a rough one. It didn't work as well. Simu Liu posts a thirst trap, but it's not what you'd expect. And we are getting more and more pumped for the premiere of She-Hulk Attorney
Did you
at
say
Law.
pucked?
Pumped.
Oh, they like
pumped. I didn't do my
the
vocal
Rings
warm-ups.
at the very same time.
Two rings at the same time? Impossible. Wow. Impossible. You know, if I had all the money in the world, that's what I'd pay for. Yeah. 2 Lord of the Rings at once. You know what I mean?
That's right.
We can make it happen.
We can make it happen. Yeah. Who's going to make it happen? Well, we have Erica Wooster on the show today.
Hello.
Oh, beautiful. Doing scales. And next to him, we got Jessica Clemons.
Harumph.
Harumph. Uh-oh. Did she bring
I didn't get a harumph out of this guy.
Harumph. And finally, sitting next to me, the always legal Tommy Bechtold.
That's right. Not guilty. Don't trust the media. Keep it Gucci to Moochie and contribute to my legal defense fund.
Please don't contribute to his legal defense fund.
Yeah, lose that memo.
He keeps all that money. But
Yeah, it's my legal defense.
If you want to throw away some money today, our super chats are open. And for every $100, we're hulking out. That's right, in honor of She-Hulk. We have some random topics in the jar here.
That's right. Hot topics.
For every time we cross the $100, someone is going to hulk out. And they'll hulk out on this random topic. And you'll get to see their angry side. And guess what? You wouldn't like them when they're angry. Also, join our Discord. If you're 18 years and older, go on our Discord. You can have lots of conversations there. You can submit clips of the week. You can send in voicemails. You can do all sorts of fun stuff. So do that. And also, if you're still watching, hit that like button.
Yeah.
Oh, you did it. Thanks so much.
We got Terrapin fans in the chat. Loving that shirt.
All right.
Oh, okay. Got the Terps out in the
a lot of
chat.
Gary Marshall, Gary Williams. Who was their basketball coach? Gary
Williams.
Gary Williams.
Yes.
Like that guy.
Yeah, good guy. Got us a chip in 2002.
Won me a lot of money. Gambling legal if you know the right people, baby. You trash bags.
Oh,
trash bags know about that.
They do know about that. And you know what else they know about? Headlines!
Hey!
Oh my gosh, the first 2 episodes of Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, are going to release on September 1st at 9 p.m. Eastern. Now, September 1st is a Thursday, but that's the weekend before Labor Day. So that's that Labor Day weekend. They want that long tail release schedule, you know what I mean? So then after those first 2 episodes, the episodes will come out one at a time the subsequent weeks. But on Fridays at 12 a.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. wherever you live, or a.m. I don't know how the world works. But yeah, we get 2 for 1 at the beginning, so that'll be a nice way to kick off Labor Day weekend. Next headline. Simu Liu was joking around about the Avengers facing Jonathan Majors as Kang, and he posted a little image to his Twitter. Let's take a look at that. Oh, yeah, baby. If you can't read that at home, Simu Liu said, bro, the Avengers are straight up effed.
Wow.
That's that boy from Lovecraft Country?
Oh, that's that boy from, that skinny boy from Lovecraft Country all grown up.
You're not effed, baby. You're only effed if you don't accept our invitation to come on the break room,
yes,
baby.
Come hang out.
Remember, tell Simu we got his back. Tell him we're Team Simu. We see you, Simu. Come on the break room. Tweet at him nicely. Don't threaten him, guys. We don't want to fight him.
Don't threaten him.
We want to talk to him. Talk to him about the Barbie movie. Talk to him about bulking up to fight Jonathan Majors. Whatever we need.
Yeah.
Tell Simu to come kick it with us.
Yeah, come kick it with
Chrissy
us.
in the chat, break me in half.
I mean, Jonathan Majors is looking. That is not him filming anything for Marvel. We should say that was him on the set of Creed 3.
Can't wait for that one.
That man is not eating bread at all right now.
No. He did not have any
He's not
water
even looking at
that
it.
morning. Yeah.
He's not even thinking about that.
Yeah. But please, Simu, come on the break room.
Yes.
See me, see you. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Next headline, Zoe Saldana, she posted a bunch of selfies, a little reel. I don't know what the kids call it these days. To Instagram. A montage, if you're cinematic, if you're a cinephile.
Wait, what is it? There is a phrase when a fan cam, right? When it's like a bunch of images that fans make of someone, like the.
Oh no, it was she made it.
I know.
But you can be a fan of yourself.
But there's like they do like K-pop stands. They'll do like fan cams of like BTS and Blackpink, and I've run out of K-pop names that I know.
That was 2 more than I know.
Okay, well, almost.
Well, there are a bunch of it's a bunch of shots of her from the summer. I guess she was kind of talking about her summer. It's that angle you have when you first open your phone and you're looking down. It's very strange. But one of them was her as Gamora in her Ravager's outfit. Excuse me. Now we did get a little hint from Comic-Con from the people who saw it and the kind of leaked description of the clips that she appears to be the leader of the Ravagers now, or have some form of ownership over the Ravagers, which kind of makes sense because they don't have Yondu, right? And she's a badass.
And Yondu's buddy, Sean Gunn's character is
he's kind of joined
the Guardians.
He's joined the Guardians, so it makes sense, and I kind of like that idea of her taking over the Ravagers. Peter Quill's adopted family, or original adopted family, and kind of like he wants to be with her, and he wants to be with them.
Also,
and
if
she's
she's as angry as what we saw her last as, it seems like the Ravagers would be better for her than hanging out with these like.
Well, and it would be funny if she's kind of made them a menace again. You know, like they were doing bad stuff on the Yondu, but you still have gentlemen like Taserface high in the ranks. That's problematic.
Taserface got killed. He got thrown in his
eventually
face.
got killed.
Yeah. My hopeful part of this is that she's horrible. They're like, oh, we gotta go talk to Gamora.
Yeah. Or they get captured, or maybe the Ravagers come and get Quill, and like, you got to get her out of here. She's,
my boy, knock something back into her. Maybe
we're not having fun anymore.
Today, or not even today, I think it might have come yesterday. We got an interview with Mark Ruffalo where he mentions there's a chance for us to get World War Hulk.
Baby.
Let's actually look at the clip, though. Let me look at the clip.
There's a few Easter eggs in this thing that kind of led us down to believe the World War Hulk storyline. Are you up for a solo Hulk movie?
Anytime they want to do it, I'm here.
All right. Last but not least, I'll let you get out of here. Kevin has obviously revealed that all this is going to kind of end in Avengers: Secret War. How do you think this will compare to Endgame? What do you think? What can you tell us? What can you tease us with?
Well, it's going to be hard to top Endgame, but if I know Kevin and I know Marvel, it's going to be pretty amazing. It'll be a big bang. Yeah. We'll go out with a big bang.
Is that interview like on a cherry picker, or is it not too tall? I don't understand why it's so much taller.
Mark Ruffalo is really short.
Maybe.
That happens. Remember when we went to Game of Thrones and we were like, "Whoa, Matt Smith is actually really short." Just so you guys know, Matt Smith
I'm not gonna say I don't want him to fight me.
I want him to wrestle me.
He'll just go at your ankles. Don't you worry about it.
I think that was an adorable clip. That was a cute.
It was a cute.
I
like the little look Mark gave to the camera. Like, you get a piece of this? I mean, it's tough to interview people on the red carpet. A lot going on, but a yes or no question is not a good lead up. Like, what else was he supposed to say?
Right.
No, I would not like to do a solo. Thank you so much.
I'm also sure Mark Ruffalo loves the Hulk, but I also don't think he knows what World War Hulk is or the storyline. So I think when asked like, "Oh, World War Hulk, do you think you're gonna get a solo film?" You don't think World War Hulk. You're like, "Solo film? Yeah, I'll do whatever they want me to do."
Right.
So,
would I like $10 million? Yes, I would. Thank you so much.
That sounds great.
Yes.
That sounds amazing.
My Hulk would like all the green, please. Give me more green.
Yes.
Green.
But as we do know as fans and how we also have been yelling, or at least I have, Thor Ragnarok didn't really give us the full storyline of Hulk that I wanted. I want a Hulk movie. So we're hoping that maybe he will get a solo film, and maybe it will be World War Hulk. For those people that don't know, World War Hulk was basically after Planet Hulk, where the Illuminati sent him off planet because he was too reckless and they didn't know how to handle it. And then he went through a hole, ended up on Sakaar, and took over Sakaar with a bunch of people, but a ship blew up, killing half the people on that planet. He was like, we're going back to Earth, we're gonna take it down. He kills literally almost everybody.
Yeah, he runs through
everybody. He runs through everybody. He turns Madison Square Garden into like a arena like in frickin'
Coliseum.
Yeah,
Gladiator.
and Gladiator.
He makes everyone fight. And
He makes everybody fight, and the
I
only
like it.
person he doesn't fight and he's okay with is Namor, because Namor was the only person on the Illuminati that was like, we shouldn't just banish him to space.
Yeah, he's like, you can't send
That's
him off here.
insane. And then also that storyline comes with Scar, his son, because when he was banished to Sakaar,
His son's name is Scar?
Scar.
You can't trust a man named Scar. Don't turn your back on me, Scar.
Don't turn your back on me. Be prepared. So he has a son also that enacts vengeance later on. And so the storyline is so big and so hefty. I would love to get that storyline. Do we think that this would happen in do we think this would happen?
I love it because it makes perfect sense to me. You can't do a solo Hulk movie about him just being Bruce Banner and the struggles of the emotional the burden that turning into the Hulk takes on him. We also know he's now able to become Smart Hulk or Professor Hulk. So there are levels to this Hulk. Send him to space. It's got to be it's got to be intergalactic, baby.
Yeah.
It's got to be intergalactic.
Do you think he's gonna? But like in World War Hulk, he's so angry, and I don't know if we're gonna get that angry of a Hulk again. That was kind of what we got in Thor Ragnarok.
Listen, this is what's happening. All of our original Avengers that are still alive are getting pissed because the world's changing. People are changing. The climate is changing. You know, you can't get away with all the locker room talk you used to do. Maybe once in a while, he'd slap Scarlet Witch on the behind and it would be fine. It's a different world now. That's not okay.
This is Tommy.
Who's doing this?
This is Tommy.
This is just how I want the break room to be, but we're not allowed to do it. So anyway, yeah, I don't think all of that. I do think the older Avengers are kind of getting pushed to the side for these new hot young heroes. And not really, but you know what I mean. Like, or literally in the movies. And so, like, yeah, I do believe that some of them can become jaded and as their friends die off or sacrifice themselves. You know, that's got to wear on you. He lost his lady. He lost his best friend. His other best friend turned into an old man. Ran for president and is now currently our president, I think.
There's a lot of people on the internet who will complain about MCU Hulk because he's always nerfed. Right?
Yeah,
he's never this unstoppable force, even though in the comics, plenty of times they find a way to stop him.
They find a way to stop him, but he's unstoppable.
Yeah, but I know
that's
the argument they make. But like a lot of times in the MCU, he's never been like the last time we saw him like raging was in Age of Ultron, and he was under a spell at that point, right? He's always kind of been this manageable thing that can be beaten and stopped by different forces. I think taking him off the planet. You give him a reason to become full Hulk, unstoppable Hulk again, where he can destroy another planet. What I would like to see, because there is a lot in World War Hulk, and if they really are going to do Secret Wars, I don't think they would do the same World War Hulk where you're making heroes battle each other. It's kind of similar. But I do like the idea of some of the World War Hulk story, especially him having a kid on another planet. If you remember when he was in Ragnarok and Bruce Banner comes back, he doesn't know where he's been for 2 years. And I think Hulk, with his BGD, cucumbers in the chat for the BGD.
Pickles in the chat, cucumbers in the chat, broccoli in the chat.
Hulk was messing around with a woman who could handle the Hulk. And maybe she's pregnant, and he's gonna have to deal with that.
So this is my situation with that. I agree with Scar coming in because I think we're getting into a phase now where all of the Avengers are having children.
Kids, 'cause they're older,
They're all having kids. They're getting older, and also this is a reduce, reuse, recycle. You guys are making the young Avengers. We're gonna make the young Avengers out of them, and I think Scar isn't gonna be the Scar we see in the comic books, and I'm so sorry because Scar in the comic books is a menace, and I love him. He's so strong and he's so hot. But like,
got that long hippie hair.
I love that long hair and a bulk man. So like, it's really attractive. But I think what they're gonna
tornado of green in the chat. You'll love to see it.
I think they're gonna nerf Scar and make him Hulkling. I don't think we're gonna get like a Skrull. I think they would just use Scar because I think in the comics, Scar took a year for him to get to like that big ass thing that we see now. So I think in the Marvel, they're like, why don't we just have him be the actual Hulkling? I know that sounds a little too wild and too ridiculous, but I think it's like, if you're going to bring Scar in, and I do want him to have a kid, I just think he's going to have a kid in She-Hulk. I think he's going to go back to Sakaar and She-Hulk. That's what that ship was there. It's going to pick him up, take him to Sakaar, and that's where he's going to find a new love interest now that Natasha's dead. And that's where he's going to have
And that
Scar.
takes him out of the narrative most of She-Hulk so that She-Hulk can proliferate and run the show. I like that theory.
I like it.
So I think that's where Scar's gonna come in, and then maybe they can just make Scar part of the Young Avengers. Maybe not even as Hulkling, but like, you know how Hulkling is called Hulkling. It'd be weird to have Scar, who's actually a Hulk.
So then at the end of this season of She-Hulk, we're gonna have to throw an auntie on there because she's gonna be Auntie She-Hulk. Because Scar's gonna be. Oh, that's you. Love it.
So yeah, now that Natasha's dead, we're gonna get a new romance kind of sort of thing going on. Do we think that, like how I said, do we think that we could see this starting in She-Hulk?
Well, we do see that ship.
I think they will. Yeah, I think with that ship being there.
If you think
Sicarian.
it's, let me add a second question onto this. Do we think it could start in She-Hulk? And when I want to hear all three of your guys' argument. Yes or no, She-Hulk, and then in what phase would it come in?
Oh, like if there was a World War Hulk movie.
Yeah, a Hulk movie
Where
came in.
does it fit in?
Yeah, if we got World War Hulk or any other solo movie, where would it fit in the phases? And do you think it would start in She-Hulk?
I think they could lay some eggs in She-Hulk. I don't know how a Hulk is born. Lay some eggs. You could start planting the seeds, right? And I do think this is a good way to get Hulk off the planet for Kang, because if they're kind of moving some of our higher powered players off the chessboard, right? Scarlet Witch is missing, dead, red mist. Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange, he's gone off to the Dark Dimension with some chick he just met.
100.
You got to do it, all right? If you meet a strange woman, she asks you to go to the Dark Dimension.
You go to the Dark Dimension.
Been there?
Been there. And now Hulk, who's our other like super strong character, get him out in space off of Earth. And so, yeah, where are the Avengers? Who's gonna save Earth when Kang comes a calling?
100%.
So yes, I like both of those things.
Okay, what's your idea?
Yeah, I could see that ship that we see in the trailer taking Hulk. Him disappearing for a couple of episodes. Him coming back, being kind of like discombobulated. And then in the finale of She-Hulk, I could see that ship returning. A very nice Sicarian lady coming off the ship and going, "It's time for you to meet your son." And then, bam! She-Hulk will return.
You know, I pitched at first that Sicarian ship was someone to serve a subpoena for him because they have an illegitimate child.
Just taking a sample of him.
Yeah.
It's like,
Would Jennifer Walters,
support.
be representing
and like
her
family court.
cousin, family court?
It's like a like
Being
family
he
court.
shouldn't have to pay for a child he didn't know about.
Yes.
oh, what do you think? Yes.
Yeah, I like that idea too. I was gonna say that would be a good excuse to take him off planet. But then so that ship kind of appears, or it looks like, when they get into that car accident. Like that's the thing that kind of causes the car accident. But then we see footage of Hulk and She-Hulk training and having their montage. So that had to be after the ship thing. So I don't know if maybe the ship appears, car accident, she gets her powers, but she's recuperating in the hospital. And while she's recuperating /
down.
becoming She-Hulk, he goes off planet, and maybe Scar is already born.
Yeah.
And baby mama's on the ship while your cousin's healing up, we gotta go back to Sakaar and you gotta handle the business.
Yeah.
And then after he's like, all right, I've been a dad for like 3 weeks. How you doing, cuz? You ready for this Hulk class?
Yes.
Then that's how that happens.
The Hulk training begins now. Maybe the mother names him Scar, and then Bruce is like, no,
No, that's not a
it's
good
a little
name.
Hulkling, and then they're like, let's just call it Skullkling.
Now, when is Betsy Ross gonna come back? That's what I
She doesn't.
Never.
She
More
doesn't.
Liv Tyler. We need her back.
No. More Sicarian White. More Sicarian White.
More Liv
No, I
Tyler.
like this.
Liv, if you're watching, please call in.
Call it Sambu. Bring Liv along, will you?
I like, so it looks like we unanimously agree, unanimously?
Anonymously.
We anonymously agree that that we could probably see this becoming Hulk's becoming a dad thing. We get in, spoiler, we get in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Sure.
Iron Man already had a kid. Pep has a daughter.
Hawkeye's got
has children.
kids.
Kate Bishop, or not Kate Bishop, but Ant-Man has a daughter.
Yes.
So it's like all of them are having children.
Right.
Might as well Hulk give him one now. And I think we could see that. But I think saying World War Hulk is gonna happen is really hard because the fact of he's such a villain in that, and I think we would have got that in Thor Ragnarok versus what we have now. Because in Thor Ragnarok he was blinded by anger, just period.
Yeah.
And in this, I think it's gonna be smart Hulk going back to Sakaar, being like, people like me here, I'm studying it here, I like it here as well, and logically knowing that it makes sense.
They're certainly not afraid to take a title of a popular comic saga and use that as a jumping off point and kind of
100.
change. So I think we can kind of have a little bit of both.
Yeah.
You know, we can have some of the bones from World War Hulk with maybe a little bit less of the nihilistic anger and destruction of his enemies that are kind of good guys in our world. Maybe focus the energy on the villains of our world.
Oh yeah, people in the chat wanting Maury Povich to get involved with the
and he will.
breakdown.
Bring him out of retirement.
Chrissy sent in a super chat that's somewhat related to this. Do you think Bruce watched the planets and stars go by when he was yeeted into the Bifrost by Heimdall using Ho-Fun in Infinity War? Remember when Heimdall sent him back to Earth? And if so, how did he nerd vomit, or how did he not vomit all over Tony after he landed? That would make me very nauseous. But I think the Hulk is able to not vomit.
I think his stomach is
changing.
indestructible.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because he heals and stuff, and like Bruce Banner's tried to, not in the MCU, but like tried to shoot himself, but then the Hulk
He
caught
talked
the
about
bullet.
it in the MCU.
Oh, that's right. So like,
I swallowed a bullet.
He's like the other guy spit it out.
So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he probably bifrosted as Hulk, and when he landed,
He starts
became
changing.
Bruce
He's
Banner,
shrinking
yeah.
back in. Okay. He's coming.
And also back to the point of will there be a World War Hulk movie? I say maybe because there's still a lot of blank spots in Phase 6.
Yes.
So all we know is the two Avengers movies and then Fantastic Four.
It just seems so. So here's Phase 6. We got the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, and then we have Secret Wars, Avengers Secret Wars. The second one is Avengers Dynasty.
Now,
King's
two
Dynasty.
of those are Armor
Avengers.
Wars Part 1 and Armor Wars Part 2.
So we got my biggest fear of this, which I don't think we
Wars.
ever will be out of Hulk, but do you think it'd be too late by Phase 6 to even introduce something like that?
No.
Nah, Slim, nah.
We're always going to be interested
I
in
think
it?
it's time to give, I think Hulk has been a tough character to give a solo movie, and if they can find a way to do it,
Good send off.
it would be a good.
I
end
think
of
the
his
Scar.
story.
I think the Scar and Sakaar storyline is one that they should absolutely follow through with and do. We all want them. Someone in the chat was also like, "Oh, Hulkling ain't even a Hulk. Give me Scar." And 100%, I want. My biggest irritation, and I hope they address this in She-Hulk, is like her name is She-Hulk.
Yeah.
She said
she said they do when she was interviewed by Colbert on a late night show.
So they go over it. It's the same with Hulkling. It's like I want to discuss that you guys just named him that because he's green.
I think Hulk is timely. I mean, he's on that Mount Rushmore of Marvel superheroes, right? It's
Right.
like Spider-Man, Hulk, probably Wolverine, and then let's say
Shatterstar from the.
yes. I didn't name any female heroes, so I
Well, you know what? Mount Rushmore. doesn't
Don't
have
at
any
me.
Female,
Someone in
altogether.
the chat. This is just me to the person in the chat that said BDG. Brian David Gilbert is watching. I forgot, and I love Brian. He's my friend, and I feel horrible if he's watching. Brian David Gilbert, you're very popular and popular with BDGs.
And a World War Hulk could also, if they finesse it and finagle it right, could be Mark Ruffalo and Hulk's Logan. That could be his.
And if there's a way where Hulk has to sacrifice himself to save,
No, that's the thing. When Scar comes to Earth, he beats the crap out of Hulk. He's like, and then they're fighting, and he realizes you're not the Hulk from like World War Hulk. You're just this normal guy.
You're just my dad. We asked the chat, do you think She-Hulk will lay the groundwork for World War Hulk? 61% saying yes. And where would World War Hulk, God, that is so hard to say, be in the MCU phases? Most of you agree in Phase 6. Almost half of you agree. And it makes the most sense. They haven't really, I don't think they got time to stick it in there for Phase 5. It might be a little tough.
Tanisha, putting us over.
Oh, baby.
Wants to see a Hulk rat.
While we're waiting to see who wins that poll, let's talk about the Epic Hero Shop.
Can I ask
please.
one question really quick?
Oh, yeah, ask your question.
Really quick. Incredible Hulk, Edward Norton's is allowed to be in the MCU and is the MCU.
It is
But
MCU,
Eric
yeah.
Bana's 2003 is
Absolutely
not.
not. I was just recently, I was like, let me watch a clip of that. I haven't seen that in a while. And there's a clip where like he falls onto the back of a jet and then they take it up into space to make him pass out. And it's like, that wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen.
Just double check.
There's some interesting things in that Ang Lee Hulk, 2003 wild time for superhero
truly.
movies. We hadn't really found our way.
No.
There's some fun stuff in there, but there is some weird stuff. There's some great directorial stuff in the Ang Lee Hulk. He really tries to make it visually look like a comic book with some interesting cuts and things like that. But it's slow and plotting and very strange. And there's Hulk dogs. I don't want to get into
Hulk
it.
dogs.
Yeah, but there are some cool shots. Oscar-winning Ang Lee.
A Hulk glizzy?
2 Hulk glizzies.
Oh, give it to me, baby.
We want to shout out our merch friends over at the Epic Hero Shop. They just released their Green Justice merch line inspired by She-Hulk. Aren't we all a little inspired by She-Hulk?
Oh, yeah.
These days it's got several different t-shirt designs, including the newest limited edition latest Obsession shirt, Lady Justice. Now, when you buy one of those shirts, you unlock the chance to give the opportunity to give a custom shout out read by one of our Inside Marvel hosts, or maybe even our own Jessica Clemons, on one of our She-Hulk themed programs on the channel. They're also going to drop some clothes inspired by House of the Dragon and Rings of Power in the coming weeks. So, you know, you want to wear a shirt, want to wear a nice shirt that feels good on the skin and good when you sin, head over to the Epic Hero merch shop, all right?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
sir.
a good way to support the channel.
Yeah.
And we are going to, Jessica's doing our Hulk breakdowns here at
I'm doing a
Rockstars.
little breakdown.
That's
Yeah.
a great way.
Get pumped. Get pumped. Yeah, we're going to have lots of She-Hulk coverage on the channel. So get excited for that.
Well, I
You have to Hulk out?
I'm going to Hulk out here before we get to a
You want
segment.
the mic? Did you get the mic?
It's
You want
by
the mic out
the
with-
Viking helmet.
You want to
Yeah,
Hulk out
sure.
with
Give me the mic. Okay, this is.
Give me the mic! Scott Steiner!
Give me the microphone! Oh boy, I blew my voice out already. All right, it says Hulk out on any movie.
On any movie.
Like happily?
Very open-ended.
Yeah.
Hulk cry at League of Their Own! Hulk told us no crying in baseball, but there is crying at the AMC Webster 12, where Hulk cried whole time. Hulk cry when sisters you reunite. Hulk cry when sisters fight. Hulk cry when wounded husband return home from war. Hulk cry when the racing peaches lose. Hulk cry.
Spoiler alert!
Hulk laugh when Tom Hanks takes 45-second piss. Hulk laugh at cameos from Gary Marshall and Penny Marshall. Hulk feel good about Madonna in movie
yeah.
League of Their
Oh,
Own.
yeah.
She play all the way May. Hulk love all the way May. Thank you.
Beautiful.
That was great. That was a good Hulk out.
Apologies to Tommy's voice.
Yes.
Now,
And to the blown-out microphone.
if you want to see anyone else do that, we're only $76 away
Yeah.
from our next
Go ahead
Hulk
and put
rant.
Tommy still back in the poll. Though.
That's fine. I'll Hulk out
Tommy
again.
will be coughing blood before the
You
show
know what?
is over.
I ain't got nobody to talk to after this. You want me to Hulk out again? Hit me again. You keep me in that poll all night. But you know what it's time for? A segment that feels right.
Oh no.
It's time for mandatory fun.
Hey!
That's right. The segment so lit that yesterday we skipped it.
We did skip it yesterday.
Hit my graphic. That's
Sounds
right.
like it.
The segment so electric that we play that interview of short little Mark Ruffalo on the red carpet again. Hit the interview.
There's a few Easter eggs in this thing that kind of led us down to believe the World War Hulk storyline.
That's right.
That's how they filmed The Lord of the Rings. To make the Lord happen.
The segment that's so whack that we play the picture of Jonathan Majors looking super jacked. Hit the picture and leave it up.
Body goals right there.
Holy cow. All right, it's time for mandatory fun. Now, everybody. Tom Holland. That's fine.
I wish we could put our heads on his body, like our little heads.
I can Photoshop that for you guys.
Oh, thank you.
All
I could
right,
just
all
take
right,
off
all
my
right. The segment that has gone on
Is John
for
dead
what
back
feels
there?
like.
Well, John
Tommy
is
never said to take it off.
Take it off.
John is distracted by this Jonathan Majors.
my
The segment that feels like it's been going on for a millennium. Play the graphic for Thirsty Thespian.
No, you don't have that graphic. No!
So we had never
What
seen that
what are
before.
they thirsty for?
stop.
What are they thirsty for?
John
All right.
was like, please get to the second discussion point today.
We're fine.
I'm
We
so
got an hour and a
excited
half
for it.
left. All right, now, Tom Holland absolutely devastated the internet with the news that he was taking a break. Oh my God, the money's pouring in. Taking a break from social media, but fear not. We here at the Breakroom are intrepid, and we have been hired to ghostwrite some social media posts for Tom Holland. That's right. The Spider-Man is off the internet, but we've created a little writer's room here, and if we don't do a good job, it's going to be a writer's tomb, because we're all going to be locked in here. So
I've heard that from the executive before.
Let's start with the obvious. Let's start with the obvious here. Twitter. Let's all pitch some tweets to post from Tom's social. Brandon, you got one for us?
Yeah, I got a couple drafts. These are some
Go ahead,
draft
these are
tweets.
drafts.
These are evergreen for you, Tom.
Yeah, no problem.
Is he British?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Haven't gotten a residual check in several days. Did Chaos Walking ever come out?
Yes.
Did it come out? I don't know.
Yes.
Here's another one. Loving Hacks on HBO Max. Can I audition for season 3? I can do 14 backflips in a row.
Wow.
Sure, you can. That's good.
I got one more.
Go ahead. No, please.
Is it Zendaya or Zendaya? I'm an old
Day.
man.
Zendaya.
I'm sorry. I'm an old man. I'm an old white man.
All right,
I'm sorry.
that's okay.
No excuse, but okay.
Okay, this is from Tom Holland. This is from Tom Holland, not from me. Okay.
Yeah.
Zendaya's out of town and it's got me bricked up. Heading to the gym.
Yeah. In the suit?
In the suit.
What does bricked up mean in British language?
I think it means you can't go to the lift because there's too many bricks in the queue.
That's right.
For
Okay, that makes sense.
polygons.
Yeah.
That makes more sense now.
So,
Okay.
okay,
Right.
'cause that sounded like bricked up.
Yeah.
So he
Yeah.
could.
Zendaya is out of town.
Zendaya's out of town, so he can't go to the WC to take care of himself.
Yeah. She gives him permission to go to the WC.
That's
That
right.
makes
She's
sense.
got it
She's
locked
very
up in a little
domineering.
tiny box. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
yes.
She's like, go web. She's like, go in there and web. All right, I got one. You know, Tom's pretty famous for not keeping a tight lip on plot lines. Wow, just got the script for Spider-Man 4. Can't believe I get to raw dog Venom.
Nice.
Oh, I think that's
That's
a
gonna
really
happen?
good tweet.
Yeah, evidently he read it. Yeah.
Yeah, Marvel's
Oh my
gonna come
gosh.
after you for that one.
Yeah.
Tom.
All right. Hey, Tom Holland, not me, guys.
Now, if you're Venom, don't you automatically have like some sort of prophylactic on the?
Oh yeah, very slick
That's,
symbiote.
that's for the viewer to decide. Jessica, you got something?
Yeah, I was gonna write one that was like, webs do come out of my butt sometimes. I think that's a funny one. I think that's great for him to post. People
love
will
it.
interact. Also, one that just says, who's Zendaya?
Whoa! What is Zendaya?
Shade. Throw
How
some
is
shade.
Zendaya?
What is Zendaya?
I have a question for
Eric?
you. When is Zendaya?
When?
A what?
When?
When?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you
when?
make the when is Zendaya?
All right. We've got,
All right.
this is riveting content. Eric.
This is more of like a writer's tomb.
Yeah. This is like a writer's doom. Go ahead.
All right. Let's pretend I'm him.
Okay.
Oh,
Getting
okay.
on the
Oh,
thing.
yeah. I
Get
like
my-
the act out.
My,
It's good.
my best British impression. Going to visit the execs at Marvel today. Hope I don't spoil anything. Hashtag Gamora takes over the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh!
That sounds like a
Gamora.
spoiler.
You can't do that. All right,
Tom.
speed round before we end this insanity. What has been the most electric mandatory fun to date?
How dare you?
To date. I want you to pick any other social media platform and give us a Tom Holland post.
A Tom Holland post on a different social media
That's
platform. He's gonna be on Pinterest. And he's gonna make a board, and it's gonna say things I look at when I'm bricked up. Okay.
Wow.
And it's gonna be
I'm
lots
picking up a
of
theme.
sexy ladies and a couple like sexy fox ladies, and I mean that in a furry sense.
Yeah.
Anthropomorphic fox women.
Okay.
Yes.
Some squirrel girls in there.
Oh, definitely some squirrel girls in there.
Yeah.
Love it, love it.
Mine is a Venmo transaction to Fuzzy Freddy's Fur Factory, and it's for $600,000, and the memo line is for unbricking this old brick shed, because he's getting some sick furry gear coming in, and maybe making a video of his own.
Delicious.
I think his like old dad will be in charge of his social
His
media.
old dad?
And and he'll,
His dad might be my age. I don't even know.
he actually is. He's old. He's ancient, and and he's gonna be posting on his Facebook, but he's only gonna be posting locations, so it'll be like Wells Fargo.
Oh
Or he's
yeah.
just posting things he's looking up on Google.
It's just,
How do I change the batteries in my
Siri,
smoke
take
detector?
me to Petco. He thought Siri was talking to him.
Just
I
Googling
like it.
Gmail, you know what I mean?
I like it.
Go Googling Gmail.
Yes.
Love it.
All right, Eric.
Mine is he's dug up an old Tumblr page.
Whoa.
And it's
Tumblr.
just
Hey, we
a-
like Tumblr here, just so
Yeah,
you
we're
know.
pro
Thank
Tumblr.
you, Tumblr.
Yes. And then so it's just gifs of him and Zendaya sharing flirty glances at each other on press junkets.
Oh, adorable. To be in love.
And last but not least, obviously on LinkedIn,
Oh, yeah.
there's a post from a Tom H that says, expert Tumblr and thespian seeks job in new franchise after leaking information about raw dogging Venom. Starting salary negotiable,
Yes.
resumes available on request. Willing to do scenes of raw doggedness. Great. That's been mandatory fun.
That has been
Hit that
mandatory
king
fun.
picture one last time.
Oh, yeah, give us the gang. Give us the gang. I'll see you in Green 3.
16 more dollars till the next rant. Don't stop, folks. We can get there. Let someone else Hulk out. I wrote all these fun Hulk prompts.
You wrote so many fun
Don't waste
Hulk
my
prompts.
money. Get in there. Come on, trash bags. You can do it. It's Tuesday. What do you
Yeah,
got?
we have appreciated all the super chats we've been getting from Fareed Javed sending in UMD all day, baby. TD Johns, John Atten saying Benedict Wong is becoming the spiritual successor to Stanley and cameos.
Yes.
Wong is up there on the cameo count. He's
Yeah, but
always
so
available.
good. He's so
He's
good.
always
That's fine.
available.
I wish he played Kublai Khan
Oh.
from Marco Polo on Netflix because he played the Kublai Khan. And,
Oh, yes, as like a variant. or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
I like that. And Charlie836 pointing out how Jessica's hair be popping.
Yeah.
I don't write them, I just read them, folks.
Hey, and by the way, Graveyard, we see your super chat and your frequent super chats, and we appreciate that. Can we get a Tom B23? I assume an homage to D23. Well, on our 100th episode, we are going to have a Tomicon-like celebration with all of our hosts.
Oh, yes.
Everybody's getting, and come back to Chicago, baby. I'll come back to Chicago anytime. You just got to give us a reason for the season.
Yeah. He's legally not allowed to come back for 3 weeks,
That's
but
true.
after the restraining order is up,
Yeah.
he's back in Chi-Town,
Once they
baby.
clean up all my blood from that hotel room, I'm allowed to stay
There you
there.
go. First thing smoking.
Jesus.
Well, it ain't easy being green, folks, and this week is gonna get greener than ever because She-Hulk will be premiering on Disney+. We're super excited. They had their premiere last night in Hollywood. I didn't get the invite. I don't know if it got lost in the mail or what happened. But the great thing is we've gotten lots of fun news and sound bites, like Tiny Mark Ruffalo speaking on the red carpet. Was it a green carpet? Can anyone confirm? Was it a green carpet?
I think it's purple.
Purple.
Yeah, because the color scheme is very
sure.
purple and green.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we're getting lots of like interviews and sound bites that are coming out now about what we're going to expect from the show. And in an interview this week, Tatiana Maslany said that she kind of said it as a joke, like Jen Walters would want to defend Wanda in court, saying she had, quote, had some tough times that required, quote, a nuanced defense.
I admittedly am not like the biggest She-Hulk expert when it comes to the comics, but I do like that what I'm learning about her is like she's kind of like a Better Call Saul. Like, she's like totally willing to defend morally ambiguous characters.
She's there to help him out, you know what I mean? And this kind of came up in the interview that because it looks like she's going to be defending Emil Blonsky. She's not there to prosecute him, but she's there to defend him. And this is a guy who attacked her cousin, you know what I mean? Like, she's got a lot of beef.
Harlem.
A lot of family beef. Yeah, messing up Harlem. Supposedly no one died, but if you look at, if you watch Daredevil, the cover said that hundreds of people died. I don't know what to believe.
You gotta do your own research.
You gotta do your own research.
This
They're
is like
lying
the
to you.
Sokovia where
The government
it's
is
like
lying to you.
77 people died.
Yeah. City fell out of the sky, 2 people got hurt. So that was like a funny thing she said. I don't think she would get to defend Wanda, but that would be very interesting to see her do that. One of the She-Hulk directors, Kat Corio, she joked about wanting to bring J-Lo to the MCU in an interview. She actually directed J-Lo in Marry Me, a flick that came out on Peacock that I was forced to watch with my wife.
How'd you like it?
Yeah,
I
right.
casually enjoyed it.
All right.
I mean, J-Lo looks great.
J-Lo
Add her to the MCU, I say. I think we need more singers in the MCU. We got Harry Styles now. We lost Lady Gaga to DC. We could still get her to the MCU.
She can double dip.
Yeah,
Do we only have Harry?
There's got to be another singer, right?
somewhere.
I mean,
Who?
Zendaya.
Technically, yeah.
Technically. I don't think if you're in as a civilian, it should
I want
count.
people that are musicians first.
What's her name?
musicians first.
Brie Larson started off as a singer.
Yeah,
She was in Scott
But
Pilgrim.
before when she was like a teenager, like a 19-year-old, they tried to make her like another Britney Spears. She has music videos and everything. You can watch them on YouTube, I swear.
Why would you want to be Britney Spears? It went so well for her.
Well, no hiccups.
Olivia Ann in the chat pointing out Rihanna should be added to the MCU.
I would love Rihanna.
That would have been good in the MCU.
She should play Mrs. Bechtold.
Get her
a new
in there.
character that comes in.
And she should fight Tom Holland for stealing her song.
Yes.
There was also an interview with Jessica Gao and Kat Corio where they discussed kind of the metaphysical ramifications of Jen Walters breaking the fourth wall. Something that Deadpool does, but something that we've seen in clips coming out of the show. Quote, they talked about it a lot saying, quote, they discussed how much she should talk to the camera. Is she talking directly to the audience? Is there another meta element? Is she talking to somebody else that's more behind the scenes? I guess in like an early draft of the script, they wanted to have like editor's notes pop up, and then she could see them and comment on them, which I guess is something they do in the She-Hulk comics. She'll comment on like things the writers are popping in.
She'd yell at the writer of the comic.
But I do appreciate that they didn't just have her breaking the fourth wall as a joke. It's like, well, what does this mean in the reality of the show?
So many singers that we have forgotten about. Haley Steinfeld with a pretty popular singing
She was
career.
a singer.
There was, I forget, scrolling up, we can't scroll up, but Jamie Foxx, obviously, pretty good music career.
That's right.
And then there was someone else.
Jamie Foxx got grandfathered in. That doesn't count.
Okay.
No, he's
You
been
would
there
know
for a
the
while.
music first?
No, he got grandfathered into the MCU.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Garfield.
Donald Glover.
Oh, yeah.
Again, still just a civilian.
5 minutes.
I want a
5
cape.
minutes.
I want a costume. Okay, that's
He
all
might
I
be
say.
Prowler one day.
Oh, he could be
Oh, yeah,
Prowler.
keep banking.
Jeremy Renner. He had an app.
And they did use his version of House of the Rising Sun on the Umbrella Academy.
That's true.
For some strange reason.
That is true.
Maybe
There's
the
a
cheapest
discount
one to get.
for
No
you.
offense to Renner. Renner, come on the show. We want
Renner,
you.
bring your friend Simu Liu on the show.
Yeah.
Actually, we want Simu first. Renner, you can come if you're available.
Yeah.
Hulk rant.
Jessica.
Oh, Jessica gets a Hulk rant
God.
in the middle of our Hulk discussion.
And
She
She
just
gets
hulked
the
out
Hulk
all
out.
his papers.
Jessica, pull paper.
Hulk out on social medic.
Media.
I know.
Why do they have to put stories in every app? I'm so tired of it. I don't need a song when I'm going through looking at pictures of your dogs. I hate it. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. No one needs stories in Snapchat. What's next? Venmo? PayPal stories?
Probably.
There's too many stories and not enough butts.
Yeah.
Hulk, why is Instagram showing me so many people I don't follow?
Yeah.
Oh, Mark Wahlberg! Or Zuckerberg!
Wait, Hulk hit Mark Wahlberg?
Oh my God.
You got
Hulk
them
hates Wahlberg
confused because they're
confirmed?
both scary looking.
Wait, Hulk, why does Instagram want me to poop so much?
Yeah.
Why are they so obsessed with me
If you
shitting?
stay on the toilet long enough, you'll buy more into the air. Get ready for the metaverse.
5D chess from
Yes.
the Zuck.
Mark
Just that Hulk
Wahlberg
is
makes
very smart.
Hulk angry.
I like
Mark
that this Hulk
Wahlberg.
referred to herself in first person. I did appreciate that.
I
I don't like it.
I do like that.
Yes.
Thank you so much for
Good job,
helping out
Hulk.
with us. And
Listen.
thank you, Super Chatters, for getting that.
There's
that
still
wonderful
time
Hulk
if you want another Hulk rant,
Yeah.
guys. There's still time. Thank you to all our
Yeah,
super
thank
chatters.
you, Scarlet Wolf. Thank you, Avery Pennywell, noticing the University of Maryland
Shout out to
shirt.
Avery.
Shout out to
Go
UMD.
Terps.
And Avery Penwell, also something to look forward to every day.
Aw.
We're so happy you're here. And Bucky Barnes ATL, trash all day. Trash
Yeah,
all
Bucky
day.
Barnes. I saw you cut a promo on me on
Trash
Twitter, Bucky.
bags.
I saw you cut a promo on me. Here's me cutting a promo on you. Great job. I'm glad to be your friend.
Good promo.
Yeah.
Good promo. Hey guys, WWE Raw's a lot better now, don't you think?
Yeah.
They really cleaned
I
up
think
their act.
so.
They got that
Absolutely.
Vince McMahon out of there.
That's
What?
right.
This is the second time you brought this up today.
Speaking
This
of
is the
wrestling,
second time you brought up
I've been
wrestling.
wrestling with the Buffalo Bills roster decisions. Seems like Punt God
John
Matt
purposely
Ariza is
cutting away.
definitely going to make the roster.
In more She-Hulk news, this story I love. So Josh Segarra is an actor who's going to be on She-Hulk.
Yeah.
He plays a character named Pug. He's like another warrior.
Yeah.
He's great. He was on Arrow where he was Aiden Chase.
Oh,
Something
yeah,
like that.
Adrian Chase.
Adrian Chase. He's on Orange is the New
He
Black.
was the
Oh my
fake
God.
vigilante. They call the character the vigilante, I
Yeah.
think. But he was revealed to be working for who was the main band?
Well, that really petered
Anyway,
out. He's on Arrow. And
When
he
you
was
said
great on
Orange is the New
Arrow.
Black, I immediately
He's
remembered
on Orange
who
is
he
the
is,
New
and I was
Black.
like,
Stefanovic or whatever, and he's also on the other two. Anyways, he was on the red carpet, normal sized,
Yeah.
and he gave a great little interview about the backstory behind his character, which I guess we have to take as canon. We have a clip of it.
Pug, he is paying his way through law school by being a bouncer at clubs. And one night, he gets saved by Spider-Man. He gets jumped and he gets saved. So he decides to dedicate himself to superhero law. He wants to protect superheroes. And that's who Pug is. You know, he's here and he's perfected his craft. Best lawyer in the world. And then he gets to meet his hero, She-Hulk. Let's go.
I love
so
this actor.
sweet. I love
Wow.
If you haven't seen the other two, he's so good on that show. He's so
Oh,
funny.
he's her boyfriend.
Yes, he is
That's
so
right.
great. I love this, and I hope he just did this on the red carpet,
Yeah.
and now it's like canon.
Well, it is his
Yes.
story in the
Is that in the comics?
It's in the comics.
Oh,
Yeah, it's in
okay.
the comics. He was paying for law school as a bouncer. He gets jumped by a bunch of people in the alley, and right before like the final blow, Spider-Man ties them all up, and he's always like, Spider-Man's the #1, and then he gets to defend Spider-Man in a trial.
Oh.
Please let me tell you how funny this is really
love
quick.
this.
He gets to defend Spider-Man, and he's going against Jameson. And they're like, you're gonna get $3 million. Spider-Man's gonna be great. But then they bring in Peter Parker, and they're like, you also have to pay $3 million. And then Spider-Man says, I'm gonna settle. I'm gonna settle. I'm gonna settle. He said, I'm gonna settle. They said, why? And he was like, don't worry about it. Just settle. Just settle.
Oh my God.
It was the
Amazing.
funniest.
Well,
it was
I'm
the
so
funniest
excited to
thing.
see his character on the
Well,
show.
Brandon, how about being excited about the fact that Trash Bag gave you $20 to go see Rogue One?
Oh.
Yo, his sweet cheese. His good time boy.
He
His
was good.
rotten
He's
soldier.
rotten soldier.
I can't wait to go
Sweet
see
tea.
Rogue One in theaters again and see them all die.
Well,
Spoiler
isn't there a
alert.
little
Is it coming
side
out?
piece?
They're gonna put out a Rogue One in theaters again in honor of Andor coming out, just to promote it again. I think they're gonna show it in IMAX, maybe.
You said there was a piece about Andor in it, though, right?
Uh,
Like, then they say they were doing like a little.
oh, I think
tease?
they're gonna have like a little clip. Yeah,
Yeah,
after
they're
the
doing an
movie or something, they're
exclusive
gonna have
look,
an exclusive
and
look.
So
Many are
it's different than
speculating-
watching it on Disney Plus. you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. It is. That is true.
Yeah, and many are speculating it might be the first 5-6 minutes of the episode.
Well, it's fun to see those movies again on a big screen with that real sound. 4DX, baby! Rocking the chair, spitting water in your face.
Yeah.
Also on
Poke you in the back.
the purple or green or whatever color carpet they had last night. I wasn't invited to the premiere. It's okay.
Yeah.
Jamila Jamil was there, looking beautiful
Looking
as always.
great, her outfit.
Looking great. I didn't tell John to pull a clip of this, unfortunately. But she revealed that Titania, the character she's playing, is not going to really be featured until episodes 5 or 6. So if you're hoping for Jamila Jamil early, you're going to have to wait. You got to wait. You got to eat your vegetables
How
before
many
you get your
episodes?
desserts. I think it's 9 episodes.
9
Nine.
episodes.
Ooh.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So
That
she
is
gets
good.
a little bit. If you go back and watch the trailers, which I did, I noticed that she's in the background of almost every shot.
Oh, really?
So there's like when we're like, oh my God,
Just drinking
She-Hulk, your
complete-
ass is so nice.
She's
In the
back
deep
there?
back, there's
Oh, okay.
She's like,
Titania.
that's- My ass is
Why is it
also
mine?
nice.
Yeah.
I've got a bit of an ass myself.
Congratulations.
Are you gonna show it?
My man. Proud of you, Tom.
I love the stoic silence sometimes
Well,
I
I was
get on
just
this show
waiting.
from
I
everyone.
was just waiting. It was quite a declaration.
Okay.
It was quite a declaration.
Of ass dependence.
Thank you.
I'm gonna
Now
steal
that I
the
like
Declaration of Ass.
I got ass defendants. You know what I'm talking about?
National pleasures.
Let's
I
make this
love
movie.
it. I love that one. I love that.
The search for ass defendants. Oh my God!
Let me produce
North
it.
Hollywood porn community, are you listening? Free
Help
titles.
us.
Free titles.
Help us. Help
Let's
you.
make the valley sexy again.
Come on.
Make it a shirt. Sure.
We also heard from executive producer Kat Corio. She's also directed a couple episodes, I believe. She addresses the speculation of the Ghost Rider appearance everyone has been kind of thinking about. Her husband, Reese Corio, actually plays the character everyone was thinking, but his name is Donnie Blaze, not Johnny Blaze. I think we have a clip of this one too.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's a very powerful and fantastic individual, and he's amazing and wonderful in every way. And, you know, he just lives to amaze and entertain.
But I feel like there's more to his story. Would you say that the character, there's more to that story?
You know, the only person who can actually answer about his connection to Ghost Rider is Kevin Feige. So we don't know.
Feige?
Yeah.
The bones are their money. that's why whenever I see that guy, I think of Entourage.
Yeah.
I think you should leave.
You did see the carpet in the background there. It was purple. Good job, Jessica. She's the executive producer of the show. She also directed a couple episodes. But so it's not Johnny Blaze. We will not be seeing Ghost Rider on this show. But his character is called Donnie Blaze, which I think is very funny. And also defer to Kevin Feige. That's a little cover your ass right there in the MCU. Like, it's up to him.
I feel like I'd be so bad at answering questions that I would be like, why don't you ask Kevin?
Nervous as hell to answer a question.
Also, you know, man showed up in like a polo shirt to the premiere. I mean, come on.
Well,
the poor women, they dressed up so much and they do all the makeup, and the guy's showing up in a polo shirt.
He knocked it out of the park with Queens Boulevard, but he followed it up with Medellin, and let's be honest, that movie tanked. Okay?
Yeah.
Couldn't be saved by anybody. They sold it for $1.
That was also probably a $500 polo shirt. It looked very nice.
It was definitely a penguin.
Yeah.
It wasn't Ralph Lauren.
Or Lacoste.
It was no Gildan, folks. It was no Gildan.
And respect to Gildan, if you want to sponsor us. I'm wearing Gildan tits to toes right now.
They don't even make underwear, but he's got Gildan underwear. Also, Jessica Gao, another writer on the show, head writer of the show, she revealed that, and this was kind of blowing our minds, Abomination, we know he's going to be in She-Hulk. He was added to Shang-Chi because of his role in She-Hulk. It wasn't the other way around where they're like, hey, She-Hulk, you got to have Abomination because we're putting him back in. They wanted to put Abomination into the show, and so they were like, I think we need to remind everybody who the H Abomination is. We have a clip of her talking about that.
Well, Abomination, Emil Blonsky, was in my original pitch, you know, and at that point, like, the last time we saw him was in 2008, The Incredible Hulk. I had no idea what their relationship to this character was anymore. I don't know if they had any plans, but it was, you know, a story I wanted to tell, so I just put it in there. But, you know, because he was built in to be such a big part of the show in that original pitch, and in the writer's room, you know, we really like, you know, we were creating this whole story for him because everything in Marvel is connected. That was actually why he then was put in Shang-Chi, because he was in our show. That it was kind of to seed him so that people can get excited, but also remember him. And it kind of forced people to go, oh, I should go back and check in on him and remember who he is and what all of that was about.
I will do whatever it takes to write with Jessica Gao. I want to work with her so bad. And let me tell you, Jessica, if you're listening, a lot of Jessicas get a bad rep. There's not a lot of...
Just a rabbit.
That's not a bad rep. She's just drawn that way.
I was going to say, some Jessicas...
Jessica Chastain.
Yeah. I love Jessica Chastain.
I know, but she gets a bad rep.
Jessica.
I think we should be on a team together. We can write stories for Marvel together, Jessica Gao. Yeah. And even if you just need a researcher, I'm here for you.
Sumalu, when you're picking up Jeremy Renner, please grab Jessica Gao on the way to the studio.
Yes, and Zendaya. If you guys Zendaya, just caravan on over.
Holy cow, we go nuts for Gao on this show, folks. Now,
oh, I'm sorry.
No, please, I just want to remind, we've got just a few minutes left to answer some questions. But if you want to hear a Hulk out before we go, $49 away.
Yeah.
Who will be the hero in the chat that gets us to one more Hulk out today?
We're $49 away.
That's right.
I do love, it's got to feel so rewarding to be like, I was asked to, you know, I pitched this thing to Marvel. They like it, and they like it so much, they're going to affect a whole other movie. I mean, it was a very quick little thing with Abomination. I think Shang-Chi, the producers loved having it because they put it in every trailer that came out. And we're like, come see this movie. But I'm also so happy that Abomination is back. I love Tim Roth. I think he's great, and we know he's going to get to be Tim Roth in this too, or not just always Abomination.
Right.
And I love this. You know, Marvel has the MCU has this like break glass in case of emergency of characters that they can bring back at certain times. I just love this payoff. I think it's so great.
I have a couple things really quick. I will say, number one. Alex Reese in the chat said that I was thirsty.
I mean, I work with you, Jessica. I think sometimes you're thirsty.
Sometimes.
Un poquito.
You were.
You're a little
what's
parched.
the right word? You were a.
Salty scribe.
Yeah. Oh, a salty scribe. Salty scribe. Secondly,
spice.
That's
not a weapon. You cannot start wielding it like a weapon.
A little bit of spice. Also, I think it was a great idea to put him in Shang-Chi because Shang-Chi, not until the like post-credit scenes with, please correct me if I'm wrong, didn't have that many ties to the future of the MCU, what was going on, other than Abomination.
It was kind of like out there.
We got to see that one woman that is clearly a black, that was a part of...
There was a Black Widow, there was a soldier that had the extremists.
Yeah, but other than that, if that entire scene like didn't exist, we wouldn't have had like any like connection except for the mid-credit scene. But I do think it's very smart of Jessica to be like, no, go ahead and put this in here. And we're going to just ripple effect this.
Cool.
And it also gave people time to research who he was in case you forgot who Abomination was.
Sure. I like it.
I second that.
I second that.
Well, it's also because I always forget, like, even our fans for from New Rockstars, a lot of them are like 18, 19. So they weren't even here really for the 2003, definitely not, but 2008 Hulk.
The 2008 Hulk, a lot of people, and it's not on Disney Plus. It might be now. I forget.
I think it's still on HBO. I think it's still on HBO because
for a long time it was always in a weird spot and it was hard to find. And a lot of people love to skip it. There's some great stuff in it.
I saw that in theaters. It was
worth
great.
watching. Yeah. And it was in the early MCU. It was one of the harder PG-13 movies.
Yeah, for sure.
MCU.
Yeah, it definitely was.
It was a little more rough around the edges, a little more violent, a little more sexy. Lots of fun times in that movie.
Charlie C. and T.D. Jones putting us over.
Thank
Charlie
you.
C. with a message for our own Eric and T.D. for the roomies. How about this? We could do the poll, but why don't we pull a topic and why don't all four of us send us out today on a Hulk out? We'll start with Eric because he hasn't gone
We're
yet.
gonna go on a Hulk out, and before we leave, we just want to remind you guys. Join that Discord. We're still doing our clips of the week.
Yes.
So you can submit your favorite clip. It's very easy to clip on YouTube. Make a little clip, submit it. We announce this at the end of the week. You can also send in voicemails on our Discord. I threaten it all the time. We're collecting a cornucopia of voicemails. And one day we will unleash them upon you. But yeah, we want to get a good little selection going. We're going to start working into the show.
I'm going to say
sooner rather than later.
No, grab it. I was just
Hulk out on whatever you want.
And if you're still watching and you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button.
Here we go.
It feels good. All right, let's start hulking out.
Hulk out on the TV show.
Do we all have to hulk out on the same TV show?
No, everybody pick a different thing.
Okay, I'll go quick and first.
Rah!
Give him the mic. He's Hulk.
Rah! Hulk, love, family matters.
Yeah.
Hulk feel like family matters canceled 2 seasons too soon. Should have gone 11 years.
11 years?
Instead of 9.
What?
Myra did not get justice.
Justice for Myra.
Justice for Myra. Hulk loved Jaleel White's character, Stephen Q. Urkel. The Hulk wants Family Matters reboot sometime soon.
Oh my gosh.
Smash.
Wow.
All right.
gosh.
Okay, Jessica. You can pick another topic if you want.
I
I thought we were all doing
That's
it.
fine.
True Blood gets a bad rap. You didn't give Anna Paquin a chance.
Hulk is so off the rails.
It did. It went a little off the rails. You just need to further your imagination.
I don't like that she's a fairy, Hulk.
Okay, so I understand, but let's talk about the good parts. A lot of good casting. These people were great and fun.
I like
a
that.
A little too much sex, I'll be honest. I had to fast forward it because I watched it with my mom. But
I like that old Southern vampire. He was fun.
Yeah.
Talbot.
Yes.
Oh, Talbot.
They should have stopped a little bit after the 2nd season, or at least, stayed on a one track because it was a little off the rails.
It did get a little crazy. It did get a little crazy, Hulk.
Hulk! Love! Mary Louise Parker! In Weed! Hulk have girlfriend, who remind him of Mary Louise Parker
Betty
around
Ross.
time that Weeds was coming out. Both looked very good naked. Both emotionally unavailable to Hulk. Hulk cried at episodes of Weeds. Hulk disappointed by later seasons
Yeah,
of Weeds.
I think it went off the rails after season
Hulk
2.
disappointed by end of relationship. Hulk miss Mary Louise Parker. Hulk do not miss ex-girlfriend.
Oh, that's good, Hulk. That's good, Hulk.
Good for you, Hulk.
Hulk think rehearsal most groundbreaking television show ever. It doesn't matter if Hulk understands it or not. Hulk just glad television taking chances sometime. Hulk talking to you, Warner Brothers Discovery. Hulk say don't cancel rehearsal. Let things be weird on TV. Things are different. Also, Hulk think Angela actress and Hulk being played, but Hulk doesn't mind. Hulk loves constant heightening on show. Also, Hulk doesn't understand why Hulk's wife doesn't like that, but they make Hulk watch Never Have I Ever. Don't get Hulk wrong. Hulk like Never Have I Ever. But after watching rehearsal, Hulk find Never Have I Ever formulaic sometimes.
A little redundant.
Yeah, subvert Hulk's expectations! Subvert Hulk's expectations!
If this isn't the clip of the week, we failed. Take us out! Take us out! He's hulking out!
Bye, Internet.
He's hulking